Call Lawyer Howard Bashim Al Shah, Bashim Hakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom Labuquayim. Right, Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Bashim, which means in the name of Yahweh Shai, is the name of the only begotten Son who was sent to deliver the children of Israel from their sins. Bashim Hakodash means in the name of the Holy Spirit, which is the volume of the book, the Spirit of Truth. Shalom Labuquayim, which means peace to the elect. I'm going to name this video, You Niggas Have Always Been the Problem, which, in all reality, we get mad at Esau, we get mad at Satan, in certain instances, it's the case where it's straight up Satan or it's straight up Esau, but a lot of times, the problem is niggas, and I'll say this too. Even with the men of the Lord are not niggas, we're not grimy, we're not individuals that, look to conduct in a manner in which Esau has dragged us to be. Nevertheless, we do go off, we commit things that, we shouldn't do. And that's like, the nigga in us, it's like, that's Satan. That's, it's our fault. We could make better decisions, man. I just put it like that, but nevertheless, when it comes down to the word of the Lord and the progression of the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to be exalted on this earth and what we truly represent, the main hindrance is niggas, just thinking about the whole scenario of this whole Queen and Slim thing that's going on. Sometimes we look at it, maybe a lot of it is Esau's propaganda one way or another. Esau set it up. But, I wouldn't put it past a nigga to help the situation. Hypothetically speaking, maybe these motherfuckers actually did run up in there and shoot some shit up. Niggas that got mad at Esau or that they did something and they know it's Amalek is the problem, so they ran up in there and did it. Hypothetically speaking, that's possible. Jake has known to been a part of Esau's culture and, basically commit the gimmicks that Esau has put forth in his agenda. So it's not a far-fetched conclusion or theory, I should say. It's not a conclusion. We don't know for a fact that's the case, but nevertheless, it's a strong theory that a nigga can be behind Esau and his gimmicks. So, hey, I'm going to read the scriptures, man. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? There's nothing new under the sun. All right, now, this lesson is not going to be about necessarily an actual incident, even though there are actual incidents, but we know Jake will make a strong case for Esau as well. I'll say that. This is John 11:45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahushua did believed on him, right? And what is, first of all, why are they coming to Mary? They're coming to Mary because Mary is the sister to Lazarus, and Lazarus was dead. All right? Lazarus, which means Allah Izar. All right? God help. The Most High's help. Right? And when Yahushua healed Lazarus from the dead, that was his final act, if you will. Why? Because the Most High helped us through that action. Okay? It was symbolic. Yahushua raised him from the dead after he was dead, for, I believe, 3 to 4 days. Okay? It says, but some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahushua had done. See, when this word is coming out in this modern time, it represents the actions of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because this word is to knit the elect, which is the body of Yahweh Shai. So as this word goes out, our people are going to get offended because we're taking the shine, if you will, from their political agenda or their church. And best believe a lot of these church pastors are witches, without a shadow of a doubt. You got the nigga bitch leaving the church to go and get into witchcraft, which, bitch, Christianity is witchcraft, okay? It's mind altering. It's used as a stronghold to conquer the minds of our people. So as you're promoting Christianity, you're promoting the downfall and the death of our people. Okay, continuing on, it says, then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council. So some of them went their ways to the Pharisees. They went and they basically snitched. They ratted, you know? And they gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, because, you know, the Pharisees was basically the police at the time for the Romans. They were basically contractors for the Romans, okay? Contract security guards for the Romans. They weren't allowed to put you to death, but they can actually summon you into the Romans. It says, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. And they got paid a hefty price for being those flashlight cops for the Roman Empire. Okay, they got a nice piece of penny. All right, it says, if we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. What does it mean by place? Their place was their place of work, you know, their occupation. All right, their income, their way of living. Okay, it says, and one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, this is the top niggas. Okay, said unto them, ye know nothing, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. Right? It's like the same concept of our people today. They know we the children of Israel. Okay, they know that, you know, we're special people. We know we're strong people, and you know they understand that something great is going to come out of our people. So they're scared of the position or the role that they'll play in that world or within the nation. So because they have a good seat within the status of their life now, they're prepared to fight against that and do what's necessary to maintain that lifestyle. It says, and one of them named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it expedient for us. All right? Meaning what? It's something that's supposed to build us up, that one man should die for the people, and that whole nation perish not. And spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahweh Shai should die for the nation, for that nation, and not for that nation only, but also he should gather together and one the children of the Most High that were scattered abroad. So they knew the purpose of Yahweh Shai. They knew that Yahweh Shai was going to come and do great wonders and actually establish the children of Israel as a people again. But they weren't willing to make the sacrifice of their lives to basically uphold that. Okay, and it makes a lot of sense, man. This story gets more and more vivid as we go. Then from that day forth, they took counsel together to put him to death. And that's what these individuals are doing now. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans that are subsided toward this society. They're fully in concurrence with Esau Edom and his agenda, the image of the beast, the worshiping of the beast. They're ready to take the mark of the beast, okay? And they're willing to do whatever to uphold that. This is John chapter 12 and 42. Nevertheless, among the chief rulers Also, many believed on him, but because of the Pharisees, they did not confess him, lest they should be put out of the synagogue. For they love the praise of men more than the praise of the Most High. You see? And that's the mindset of our people, especially you church pastors, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. You church pastors that are Israelites, that are truly Israelites, you know the truth. You know that you're Israelite. You know, you individuals know that our people are special and we are the people of the book. Okay? The real Pharisee, if you will, of the earth today is the Christian church, the so-called black Christian church. Now, they try to equate us with being the Pharisees, but there's no way possible. If you look up what the Pharisees represented, they represented precepts of men, okay? Traditions of men, hearsay of men. They weren't into the scriptures, okay? They knew the scriptures, of course, but they were more so into the traditions of men. Let me see if it says it in here. You can look it up for yourself. Let me see if they have it here. But I know when you look it up, a sect that seems to have started after the Jewish exile, in addition to Old Testament books, the Pharisees recognized an oral tradition of a standard of belief in life. They sought for distinction and praise by the outward observance of external rites, by outward forms of piety, meaning what? Show themselves to be religious. That's why you Christians, you get into the suit and your tie. A nigga dress up like a bum all week will get dressed up in his best apparel for church, okay? Because they care more so about what? The outwardly appearance. They're trying to achieve that all week and get recognition for it. But the main place you get recognition for the outward appearance is in church. Bar none. You can't tell us nothing about it. No motherfucker on earth can tell me about church. I'm sorry. No vocab, nobody can tell me about church. I know all too much about church. A whole lot too much about church. All right, it's a wicked and devious fucking place. It's the place of the dead. All right? And by outward forms of piety and such as ceremonial washings, fasting, prayers, and almsgiving, and comparatively negligent of genuine piety. It's crazy, man. I just looked up the word genuine. Spirit. It says what? And when you look up the word genuine, it means to be natural. Okay? It says they prided themselves on their fancied good works. They held strenuously to a belief in existence of good and evil angels and to the expectation of a Messiah. And they cherished the hope that the dead, after a preliminary experience either of reward or of penalty in Hades. Whoa, they believed in hell. Whoa. This is basically, that's what this said. The Pharisees believed in hell. They believed, it says, after a preliminary experience, either of reward or of a penalty in Hades. Hades, this is hell. Wow. Would be recalled to life by him and be requited each according to his individual deeds. In opposition, let me read that again. Would be recalled to life by him and requited each according to his individual. I'm not sure what that means. In opposition to the absurd dominion of the Herods and rule of the Romans, they stoutly upheld the theocracy in their country's case. Theocracy, meaning they believed in theories, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. Theocracy means the study of God, pretty much. It says, and possess great influence with the common people. Meaning what? They had the minds of the people, according to just like Christianity, church. Okay? If you go to church, you're considered an outstanding person. People turn themselves into lockup, into the central bookings with a pastor. Meaning that trying to make it seem like they're a good person. Because if you show up with a pastor, matter of fact, there's certain rights that pastors have from a government standpoint. Showing you what? That they work for the government. Yo, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. You know. According to Josephus, they numbered more than 6,000. They were They were bitter enemies to Yahushua and his cause. Doesn't that sound familiar? And were in turn severely rebuked by him for their avarice, ambition, hollow reliance on outward works, and affection of piety, which piety, another word for piety is religion. To be pious. Yeah, in spiritual terminology, piety is a virtue which may include religious devotions, spiritually or a mixture of both. Yeah, because it's spiritually wicked. That's why. And your religious and your customs, which is you made a religion, okay, has you in derision. An affection of piety in order to gain popularity. Yo, hold up, man. The popularity, we're not the popular guys. Okay, so there's no way that we're the Pharisees. We're you guys are because you know Christians say that, niggas say that. You guys are the modern day Pharisees. You're the modern day Pharisees. Niggas say that shit. You know, especially church, because we're saying that we're the Israelites and we're claiming to be the so-called Jews, if you will, which the word Jews is short for Judah. Okay, that's just one tribe. We're claiming to be the nation of people, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the sons of Eber, the sons of Shem. We're the real Shemites. We're the real Semitics. Man. Hey, I'll just read verse 44. Yahushua cried and said, he that believeth on me, believeth not on me, but on him that sent me. And that's what happened even with Samuel. He said, and the Most High told Samuel, because the children of Israel were getting mad at Samuel, he said, Samuel, don't be mad. It's not you that hate it, but it's me that they hate. And now because Yahushua died on that cross, became that sacrifice, became that true image to follow, they hate us because they hate Yahushua. That's why those that pierced him will see it. All right? Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim HaKadosh. Shalom Labukari and peace to the elect. You know, as usual, give this video slack and cut it off. Shalom.